Assalamualaikum and selamat sejahtera. My name is Nur Farisha Izzati binti Muhammad Syarul Rizwan. My metric number is A21A3369. Subject AFT1023 Fundamental of Management L3. Assignment 1 Tealive Company. My lecturer name is Puan Hazriah binti Hassan. Company background. Tealive was introduced on 17th of February 2017 by Brian Liu, who was the Loop's chief executive officer, by introducing Tealive as his brand to take a tea to a higher level. Chief Executive Officer Brian Liu launched the brand at the Pavilion KL store near the exact spot where he introduced the brewed tea 6 years ago before opening 165 branches by the end of 2016. Tea Life, previously known as Cha Time, and Cha means tea in Chinese, so Cha Time means tea time. Today, Cha Time in Malaysia has officially been replaced with Tea Life, and from the corporate divorce culture to brand new in less than 50 days. CEO Loops Holdings is ready to leave the past and concentrate on Tea Life. CEO Brian Liu has a cool image and sociable character. He has amazing modern management skill in operating the company. With a passion for mentoring upcoming business talents, he has expanded his food and beverage empire from a startup into a full-blown enterprise. CEO Brian Liu has made a modern tea culture through honesty, teamwork, entrepreneurship, and innovation. Objective. What is management? Explain about the four management functions the Tea Life Company. Who is the top manager at Loops Holdings Sendian Berhad? Explain 10 roles top manager performs in organization. Why innovation is important to CEO Brian Liu. Explain how technology changed the manager works today. What is management? Management is a problem-solving process of effectively achieving organizational objectives through the efficient use of scarce resources in a changing environment. Management is essential for an organized life and necessary to run all types of management. Good management is the backbone of successful organization. Managing life means getting things done to achieve life objective, and managing an organization means getting things done with a through other people to achieve its objective. The seniority structure of employees inside a company is also referred to a management. For management functions, the Tea Life Company. First is planning, second is organizing, third is leading, and fourth is controlling. Planning. Planning is the systematic process of making decisions about goals and activities the organization is pursuing. Besides, planning entails deciding on goals as well as the paths to achieve them. Planning entails deciding on missions and objectives as well as the measures that will be taken to attain them. Planning is decisions making regarding the goals and setting the future course of action from a set alternative to reach them. For example, the Chief Executive Officer Brian Liu planning to do previous brands called Cha Time change with now brands called Tea Life. The plan helps the managerial effectiveness by serving as a guide for future tasks for the personnel. Organizing. The process of assembling and assigning the human, financial, physical, informational, and other resources needed to achieve goals. Next, organization entails figuring out how activities and resources will be put together and coordinate, and intend organized frameworks of position or functions for employees to fulfill in an organization can also be regarded as an organization. For example, Brian Lu is deciding where decision will be made, who will do what jobs and tasks, who will work for whom, and how resources will assemble. Leading. Leading is stimulating high performance by members of the organization. Besides, leading is regarded as the most crucial and difficult of a managerial task. Leading entails pursuing or encouraging members of an organization to collaborate in the organization's interests. Other than that, leadership can manifest itself in a number of ways, including recognizing when employees need an extra boost of reinforcement and praise to handling conflict between team members fairly and decisively. For instance, CEO Brian Lu has made a modern tea culture truth, honesty, teamwork, entrepreneurship, and innovation. The CEO of Tealive has extensively implemented his leadership skills. Controlling. Control is installing process to guide the team towards goals and monitoring performance towards goals and making change to the plan as needed. Next, controlling is the process of tracking an organization's progress toward achieving its objective. Controlling entails activities such as assessing performance, comparing it to an existing standard, identifying deviations, and correcting them. Then, to increase the effectivity and effectiveness, it's crucial to be aware that the function of controlling plays an impactful and significant role in every manager's company, especially T-Life company. Top manager at Loop Holdings Sdn Berhad. The top manager chief executive officer at Loop Holdings Sdn Berhad is Brian Lu Woi Lip. Brian Lu launched his first company at the age of 7. After he graduated from university, Brian Lu noticed that while tea was a popular beverage in Malaysia, trendy cafes were all about coffee. When Brian Lu decided to make his mark in the local F&B industry instead, they led to the birth of Loop Holdings Sdn Berhad and consequently the rapid growth of a comprehensive profile of highly recognized F&B brands such as Tealive. The management team of Loop Holdings Sdn Berhad comprising Brian Lu is a chief executive officer. Now he has 300 to 25 outlets across 7 markets, including the United Kingdom, Australia, China, and Vietnam. 10 roles top manager performs in organization. Figurehead. The figurehead has symbolic, legal, or social responsibilities, or social, spiritual, legal, and ceremonial responsibilities. The manager is viewed as a representation of rank and authority in this context. For example, Brian Lu has social, ceremonial, and legal responsibilities as a manager. It is expected Brian Lu to be source of motivation. People look up to Brian Lu because he is a leader and figurehead. Liaison. To collect information, the liaison maintains a network of relationship outside the work until the work unit. A manager's information and communication responsibilities are described in this document. To obtain access to knowledge base, one must network and engage in information sharing. Besides internal, the external contact must be communicated with by managers. For instance, Brian Lu must be able to effectively network on behalf of his company. Leader. The leader builds relationship with employees and communication with them as well, and coaching is provided where motivation also takes place. This is where Brian Lu, as a leader in his team department, the entire organization, and where he managed the performance and duties of everyone in the group. He has made a modern tea culture through honestly, teamwork, entrepreneurship, and innovation. Monitor. In terms of both productivity and well-being, Monitor seeks internal and external information about issues that can affect the organization as well. The work of a monitor also encompasses the escapes of seeking seeking out and gathering information that is relevant to the organization. Disseminator. Internally, the disseminator distributes information collected from either internal or external sources. Besides, incorporates factual or value-based external perspective into the organization and communicates. Good communication skills are much needed here because it is vital. For instance, Brian Liu had amazing communication skills in order for him to be where he is now. This necessitates filtering and delegation abilities. Next is spokesperson. Spokesperson are managers that represent and speak for their organization, as this relates that to increase the efficiency and effectiveness. To know how to represent the organization at a conference in is an example on how to be effective in his role. They also represent the company at a shareholders meeting. For example, Brian Liu will be in charge of communicate information about his business and its aims to people outside of it in this capacity. Negotiator. Negotiator is a special task for the spokesman's figurehead and resource allocator roles is to represent the organization in key talks affecting the manager's areas of responsibility. For instance, in the team department or organization, Brian Liu may has be asked to participate in and direct key talks. Resources allocator. This role is where the determination of organizational resources is applied. Involves allocating funding, assigning staff, and other organization resources. Every single person who is working in the field of management needs to apply the role of a resources allocator, such as how to manage budget, cut costs, and prioritize what needs to be done. Same goes to Tealive, the cost of the business, the role that is played by every individual. This can also help to make the best use of the resources. Next is disturbance handler. The organization experience significant unforeseen challenges. The disturbance handler takes corrective action. When an organization is abruptly disrupted or transformed and need calming and support, a generalist role takes command. Organization or team encounters a stumbling block, it is up to the manager to take command. For instance, Brian Liu also assists in the resolution of the internal conflicts. Next, entrepreneur. The entrepreneur is a agent, change agent, a designer and a promoter of change and innovation. They create and control change within the organization. This also means solving problems by generating new, sourceful ideas. The entrepreneur must solve the problem and have creativity skills. For example, Brian Liu has, as a founder of Tealive, has implemented this role as well, where he had to be in situation to decide what is right and wrong from every perspective. Innovation is important to CEO Brian Liu's job. Innovation means to improve or to replace something, for example, a process, a product, or a service. Innovation is always a much needed priority in today's management field. CEO Brian Liu has a cool image and sociable character. He has amazing modern management skill in operating the company. With a passion for mentoring upcoming business talents, he has expanded his food and beverage empire from a startup into a full-blown enterprise. Other than that, his innovation to always produce and make better teas has given him the life opportunity of success in his business field. His modern management skill, his passion, truth, honestly, teamwork, entrepreneurship, and innovation. Besides, innovation brings in the idea of creative development, we can achieve growth by learning how to be creative from the perspective of management. Last but not least, innovation will also give a continuous improvement of for the organization. Innovation give organization sustainability when we are making and producing continuous improvement. Technology change the manager works today. Technology changed the way managers work today, where it has changed the way business communicate. The arrival of smartphone, social networking sites, chat apps has brought communication to a new level. They can efficiently and effectively complete their tasks in any places. Next, change in technology Changes in technology has helped managers in cost management. Technology has also changed the way managers work today, as it has given a subsequent improvement of the efficiency of employees. Increased collaboration among companies is also a sign of changes of technology that has impact the way managers work today. Thank you.